All right, let's go. It's that time of the month again for the Austin, Texas real estate market update. Let's go. All right, let's jump in on the numbers, the data, the details, because everybody's waiting for those interest rates to come down. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what the Austin market real estate has been doing month over month. That's why I do these videos, because the Austin Board of Realtor data that we get every single month is tracking trends year over year. And that's just not fast enough, certainly not accurately portraying like what's going on right now in the trenches for professionals who are buying and selling real estate, helping people to buy and sell real estate, buying and selling real estate to understand, should I buy right now? Should I sell right now? So let's go. All right, so first things first, Travis County. We're gonna look at Travis County numbers for the month of August 2024. Now I get it, we're towards the end of September, but look, these numbers don't come out till mid to late month from the prior month, so that's why it takes so long. Call Austin Board of Realtors and tell them to hurry up with this market data, because we just can't wait to find out what's going on. Median sales price for Travis County, $507,000. That's down $17,000 since last month. That's a 3% month over month drop in value. That's a big chunk there coming down the month of August. Now these are closings for August, so they went under contract in July. So summer's over early, people in Central Texas. These numbers don't look good for what's been happening for the market. Now look, we're suffering the side effects and the hangover of high interest rates from those ridiculous, unrealistic rates we were seeing back a couple years back, 2%, 3%. Look, historically, for anybody who's been around for any period of time knows that those interest rates are not sustainable. They're not realistic long term. And so I get it, the prices have gone higher, and with the interest rates higher, then that makes my monthly payment higher, and nobody likes that. Nobody's excited about that. And so we've seen buyers have more apprehension on the market. And I guess what we're seeing here in the month of July, where contracts were taken and closed in the month of August, is that people were paying less for properties. Now look, average days on market, 69 days. That's up 9 days from the month of July, 60 days in July. And look, it's taking longer for homes to sell, or as you've seen in some of my prior videos, it's taking longer for people to reduce their price to a price point that'll cause it to sell. And so what's happening? People are holding on, sellers are holding on for properties to sell for more, and what happens? They don't. They sell for less. Look, this is a staple of selling property. Let me take a little sidebar here and get on my soapbox, because people think that they should try and start high, and look, that's never a winning strategy. We're seeing it right here, right now, where people who put their properties on the market, it took longer to sell, and ultimately they sold for less, because what we know, and this is data that I don't have in front of you right now, is that properties that sell within 30 days that are priced right. We see it happen every day with properties that are selling in a week, 2 weeks, within 30 days, and then what happens? Properties sit longer than 30 days, and then what happens? Then those properties reduce their price, or they expire. They did a 3-month contract, 6-month contract. Hopefully you haven't been on the market 6 months, and then your property hasn't sold, or they withdraw the property. They don't want to be on the market anymore, right? So there's a few things that happen when they go beyond 30 to 45 days, which is when a property should sell. Now let's say they lower their price and they get to a price point where buyers are excited to make an offer. That new offer comes within 30 to 45 days of that price being dropped, that reduction in price being asked. So what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that your property can still sell quickly and for more. But look, there's only 2 types of properties that are selling in this market right now. Properties that have significant upgrades priced at market value, or properties priced significantly below market value because they don't have as many upgrades and updates. All right, let's not get too distracted here, because we're talking about Travis County, and we're down 3% month over month. Months of inventory, 5.3 months of inventory. In some areas, we're seeing as much as 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months of inventory. I've seen a lot of these luxury areas, luxury neighborhoods, where properties are just taking longer to sell because the inventory is so high. And so competition, I'm gonna do little shorts for you guys later on this. Competition is fierce, and if you don't have the right marketing, if you're not positioned correctly on the market, i.e. price, then look, you could be sitting there a while. And the longer you sit on the market, look, it's like bruised bananas, right? Nobody buys bruised bananas at the grocery store. You want those fresh bananas. And that's what all the buyers are looking for, by the way, because when there's a 5 or 6 month supply and buyers are being a little bit more apprehensive, they're not buying, they're not jumping on deals as quickly, then they're going to, there's a big pool of buyers who are sitting around waiting for those new listings. And when you only get 3 or 4 showings in the first week, what's going on? The buyers are sitting around, they're waiting. Let's see what happens with that property. Let's see if anybody makes any offers. Let's see if they make a price reduction because the price seems a little high. And the longer you sit on the market, the worse off you are because then the vultures start circling on trying to drag you down on price as the freshness and the newness of your property begins to wither away. Because look, if a property's priced right and it has lots of features and benefits, that property is going to sell. It will get multiple offers if it's priced aggressively, because there's a tactic and strategy that I use specifically that called the flash sale that can produce dozens of showings in week 1 in a market like this one and multiple offers within 5 or 6 days in a market like this one. So hey, when people start complaining and talking about how hard the market is, look, it just depends on who you're talking to. It depends on who you're in relationship with. It depends on your strategy to be able to take advantage of the market because there's still opportunities. It just depends on you knowing the enemy. Who's the enemy? The market is the enemy, and the longer you spend on the market, the worse off you are. 5 to 6 months of supply in Williamson and Travis County, as much as 11 in some of these higher end neighborhoods. Okay, so let's jump down to average close to list price. 92% average close to list price, meaning properties sold for 92% of what they were asking. Now we're getting upwards of 98 to 99% of our ask to close price. And so we're beating the market by upwards of 6%. How are we doing that? Strategy. How are we doing that? Education. Hey, look, there's opportunity out there and the window is closing with what's happening with us moving towards the holidays, towards the new year. It's going to be here before you know it. So hey, you want to sell your property in Travis County, then look, you need to have the right strategy and to give yourself a good Christmas present to make sure that your property sells for the highest price possible. All right, let's jump into Williamson County. Williamson County, $428,000 median sales price. Hey, that's hanging steady for 2 months in a row. So the market's kind of evened out in Williamson County compared to Travis County, which has dipped down 3% in just 1 month. And so that number has remained relatively steady since the new year. We started January, Williamson County, 429,000. We moved upwards to 435,000. And then we've nudged back downwards to 428,000. So the Williamson County markets remained relatively stable. And look, that makes sense based off of Williamson County not being as densely populated, being a little bit more rural than the Travis County urban portion of Central Metro Austin, Texas. And I get it, Austin, Texas incorporates much bigger areas than it has in the past, but there's quite a bit of activity happening in the Central Metro area of Austin, Texas, which causes a little bit more of that fluctuation and volatility. When you're selling, there's more competition. And so that I think accounts for what's happening on the differences between Travis and Williamson County. So a little bit more of a steady market in Williamson County, 65 days average on market, just a little less than Travis County, but also up just like Travis County, month over month. July to August, we're up in average days on market. Average close to list price, 93%. That's down almost a full percent, just like Travis County. 93% ask to close price, meaning the property was closed at 93% of the asking price. At the Vision Realty Group, again, 98 to 99%. It's like 98.5%. Asked to close price, we're beating the market by a good 6%. Spanking that market. All right, that's important. I mean, you could win or lose in negotiations or in the right marketing strategy. 3, 4, 5, 6% of value. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars on the line here to make sure you get it right. All right, we're coming up on the holidays, the fourth quarters, right around the corner here, right around the corner here. And so should I buy or sell my house right now? Because I'm thinking about it. Interest rates are coming down, Paulie. The market seems to be getting a little bit better, Paulie. Hey, the numbers look good in regards to potential for interest rates to come down a little bit further. They're hanging around just a nudge over 6%. General consensus is that they'll come down and get a number with a 5 in front of it, and hopefully that happens. Not guaranteed. And look, there's a nice little window towards the holiday of Thanksgiving where your property can still sell for a good price. Now look, things do slow down during the holidays. Can my property still sell during the holidays? It can sell during the holidays. Can it sell for more during the holidays? It can sell for more during the holidays. Just depends on the situation, the condition, the strategy, the marketing. There's so many factors, and because your home is special, your property is special unto you in regards to just how nice it is or just how much work it might need, you can still sell for more with the right strategy. So look, should you sell right now? Do you have to sell right now? Do you need to sell right now? Do you want to sell right now? Lots of questions to figure that out, because ideally buyer activity does slow down during the holidays. True. Do we see properties sell for more than asking? Yes, that can happen. Is that normally happening? I wouldn't say on average that happens. However, it just depends, because something like the flash sale, where we're able to create an aggressive, unseen, intense strategy to drive the market and get dozens, and I'm talking upwards of 100 showings in some of these properties that we use on the flash sale in this market right now, when people are going, I only had 3 showings last week, Paulie. I only had 2 showings last week, Paulie. Hey, let's talk and figure this out, because you may be a good candidate to figure out how to do something differently, more aggressive, for you to get what you want in the time frame you want it. Won't that be great? All right, should I buy a home right now in this market moving towards the holidays? Look, nobody likes moving during the holidays, and it's typically colder, and luckily we're not one of these areas that has 5 feet of snow in the wintertime, so in Central Texas we don't have to worry about that. But the matter of the fact is that whether it's a new home community or a resale, with the right representation and somebody to negotiate in your favor, you can get great deals right now. Now, contingent upon the property and the situation of the seller. And that's all something that your agent, your professional, should be talking to you about in regards to how they're going to extract that information, how they're going to leverage that information, how they're going to, what data they're looking at to figure out which properties may be more susceptible to being able to get bigger discounts or better contributions from the seller, the homeowner, right? But this is boiling back down to strategies, because what you know is often not as important as who you know. Now we're talking about real estate to get the best deal possible, because look, your vision is our mission to understand how to get the best deal possible and get you what you want in the time frame you want it. Won't that be great? Stay tuned.